way to welcome somebody to the country by giving them the third best fighter in the world, at least in my estimation.
A good-looking counter left hand from Crawford as Indongo lunged in.
One other thing that Crawford is that you missed, he's faster.
Crawford, one of the best switch hitters in the game, can do it either way. Comes out, as Teddy said, he's going to meet fire with fire and be in that southpaw stance.
Fighting and defending his belt.
Remember, he won his first world title with a first-round knockout.
You know, we talk about all these talents, all these abilities. Who's got the physical strength? Who has the size, the length, the speed, all those things. But one thing that shouldn't be missed that I think favors Crawford, the intellect.
On paper, it's a 3-inch height advantage. There's a swinging, swiping left hand from Indongo. Crawford gets right back into the kitchen and the crowd reacts.
And I think just overall, Crawford is just more settled. And when you're settled as a fighter, you can think better, you can implement your game plan better, and you'll see the shots that you need to land. Good shot from Crawford right there, but Indongo still just a little tight for my taste.
And then on the back end, a right hand to the body, and that's going to be a knockdown score.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are you okay? You want to continue? Give me your glove. Knockdown right here. Right hand to the body. You're going to see the left hand coming up right there behind the ear.
That's a great point. Let's see how he reacts.
Terence Crawford is a great finisher.
And perhaps a little too willing is Indongo here. Half-minute left in the second round.
Indongo still looking a little unsure about what he wants to do offensively.
Left uppercut tried to split the guard. Indongo came forward that time. But you can see some doubt, to your point, Andre. He is fat with those left hands, Teddy. There is opportunity throughout the night.
Yeah, you can handle those fat punches if you Crawford 2 different ways. Punch in between them.
Another knockdown score with a vicious body shot. Oh my, what a body shot.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Bud Crawford is the undefeated, undisputed champion of the world.
Talking about with fat punches, you can punch in between them. And that's exactly what Crawford did. Just watch. Wide punches create holes. There's a big hole underneath. Left hand to the body by the southpaw of Crawford. Right hook misses. Left hand to the body. The follow-up doesn't. Young fighters out there, that's the benefit of combination punches.
Declaring the winner by way of knockout, still undefeated. And now, the undisputed junior welterweight champion of the world.
And certainly most impressively against Lucas Matisse, whom he forced to quit. Can he do the same with someone as skilled as Bud Crawford?
Crawford, of course, has his name in the front. He's got the green trunks with kind of the gold lettering and his logo down the side, and the blue and a little bit of red on his trunks is Viktor Postol. Crawford again notoriously starts slow, but Postol hasn't done anything yet, nor has he been able to touch him with the jab.
Well, Postol's going to have to be patient here and stick to his game plan, which right now, as you can see, he's pursuing Terence Crawford, and he's going to have to use that jab a lot, and he'll have to go through some uncomfortable moments, certainly, because Crawford's not going to be easy to hit.
And very slick with that jab. Sorry, Christina. Very slick with that jab was Postol. He had that left hand up there, and then all of a sudden zoomed right down to the body.
That's what Postol will be looking to do, looking to more counter.
Well, both of these guys can punch and counter punch.
You know, the first time I ever did a Crawford broadcast, I didn't do those fights in Omaha, but when he won in Arlington, Texas, and he beat Thomas DeLorme, and we were sitting at the apron that night and watching the nuances of boxing that he was able to pull off, the things that a lot of people just don't notice. You know, he really was good, really wise veteran, old-timey stuff.
Here he is switching to southpaw. For the last about 30 seconds, he's been southpaw. And he does technical things. He reminds me of a guy who you're, as a matter of fact, inducting in the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame next week, Benito Lopez. And I used to watch him.
And his ability to make adjustments on the fly is something that sets him apart and makes him special.
Well, he stuck in that left uppercut there. Here we go to round 2. This is scheduled for 12. Colonel Bob Sheridan, Rich Marotta, Christina Pancha here. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you're watching around the world. This promises to be a real good fight. Yeah. Crawford fought half of the first round right-handed, then switched to southpaw. Now, sometimes he'll stay southpaw like this the rest of the way. He can do that.
Well, he feels in there. He's got the feel of it. It's not a thing where they're going to give him instructions on that in the corner. He knows what's working and what feels good and what feels right in there. You know, look, it took a long time with Matisse, and he had to, you know, you just have to be confident in your game plan. You have to keep to it. You have to walk him down.
One thing that I see here so far, though, is Postol is not, you know, he's known for that tremendous jab, and he's side to side, he's perpetual motion. And that's why he's such a good fighter. Takes that little side step, and you never know when he's going to come back at you right-handed, because he doesn't switch when he's on the inside. He does it when he's back outside. I read that Freddie wanted to, you know, try to catch him in the switch. Well, I promise you, you won't catch Crawford in the switch. Crawford, see that right foot to the outside. That means he can get his leverage with his left hand down the middle. The Postol touches him to the body with the jab, gets his combination.
I think part of his plan was to kind of show people I can come out here and box too.
Well, he certainly can box. There's no question about that. And so far, he's up by 2. So, boy, your observation is right on the mark. Trying to execute is a different kettle of fish,
exactly.
Right now, not a lot of punches being landed. Is Postol trying to get in position and throw a punch, and Crawford loaded up that left hook and as he was spinning it from this side, but he has equal power either way. Totally ambidextrous, but he stayed, except for the first minute of the first round, he'd been southpaw the rest of the way.
Over the way things are beginning to evolve in this fight.
Well, they're talking. I don't know what Postol's saying, and I'm sure Terence doesn't know either.
Well, it takes him a couple rounds usually, you know, and by the 3rd, 4th, definitely by the 5th round, he usually is fully confident in what he's going to bring and what his game plan is going to be, although he does do a really good job making adjustments on the fly.
Yeah, here he is with that, you know, shorter reach, and he's doing a good job getting to the body of Postol.
It's frustrating him a little bit because Postol, like you said, can't get inside.
And his jab, which is, you know, everybody talks about, is, you know, it's there. Oh. He's not a dirty fighter at all by any way, shape, or manner. And Postol turned his back on him, and Crawford was in the position of throwing the punch. A little exchange. Crawford sticks his tongue out, walked into a right hand.
Yeah, Postol starting to get in punching range here.
Landed more punches in this round than any other round. But Crawford dictated it with the exception of that last 20 seconds. Now let's see if he can execute it. Nothing wrong with Freddie's instructions, but it's like Rich was saying, you know, it'd be better if he cut him off. Yeah, it would be. Try to do it. Try to land that jab, which he's so famous for.
Well, I think he wants him to at least throw it out there with some bad intentions instead of throwing a lazy jab.
He's the typical old-style Eastern European fighter with the hands real high and kind of almost a jab up in the air like that. Instead of snapping it out was what Freddie wants. Not really committed to it, but he can get committed in a hurry with it. And the other factor is that I think there is a bit of frustration because Crawford is just so quick on his feet moving around.
Kind of paused that jab hand out there, but no, I haven't really seen many body shots yet from Crawford, and I'd like to see him try to get inside more. Oh, there's a good left.
Pretty good counter punch there too that Crawford got hit by.
Yep. That right hand counter by Postol. Postol there through the left jab and then that right uppercut. Look at Postol's face. Look at
Well, there's going to be more flurries like this throughout the course of this fight. Neither one of these guys are going easy.
Oh.
Everything that Crawford does, the crowd kind of goes nuts, and you can hear them cheering. That's the long looping hand. Every time Crawford does something well, the crowd either comes to its feet or gets real excited. Well, at the outset, I mentioned that Terence notoriously starts slow, but he's in second gear right now. And if you're going to go full offense, and you're going to take a chance of getting clipped too, and that's what's happened in this round. a couple of times. 28, 27, 26 seconds to go in the 4th round. Great foot movement by Terence Crawford, getting in position to fight. His counter punches here. Postol still not getting that jab on him too much. Left hand gets through. The Hall of Fame ceremonies a couple of weeks ago, and he just enjoys himself. That's going to be scored as a knockdown because his knee touched. And Postol is really annoyed with that.
You know, gets more and more confident in his abilities. That side of him will come out.
Wait, people say, you know what? That he doesn't talk a lot of trash.
What a great counterpunch. He touches the canvas again.
Yep.
That's another knockdown. And Tony right on it. His gloves definitely hit the canvas. The canvas is what happened.
Now the second knockdown, there was a real punch here.
Counter.
See that left? See that left? Now that gets him going. He goes across just the bare touch of a glove. The first knockdown was just a little cuffing shot, but the second one, there's going to be a real punch. You saw it, that left hand. But that was a beautiful left that started it all. Don't be misled. I mean, there was a real good shot that got it all going.
It was so fast. I need to see the replay on that.
If the judges choose to score at 10-7, which they normally would with a 2 knockdown round, but keep in mind the fact that those were both very much flash knockdowns where only his glove really touched the canvas.
15 seconds to go in the round, and what has turned out to be what can be a huge round. Postol caught him with the right hand, and Crawford's back with 2 of his own right hands. Crawford pulls him in by the head and blasts him with the left hand, trying to get his hands free.
First one he pointed like his hand went down. Don't miss that.
So Crawford, with all that said and done, it's a 10-7 round. It's a 50-43 in my score sheet with 5 in the books. This is round 6. Hard shot by Postol, one of his better punches of the fight.
Some of those early rounds were hard to score, but I feel like these last 2 rounds, Terence has really come on. And even if he's taken a shot, he's given a couple back. Let's see if he keeps up that pace.
Crawford wide-eyed, he's got the mouth open, he's still hot-dogging it a bit, like he's enjoying it.
Postol just has not hit him enough to slow him down at all.
This is one of those slick things again. He feinted in like he was going to throw a right hand, and then all of a sudden he lets a left hand go. One of the slick movements to the body of the Iceman. He's going to have to really turn it up a notch to crawl back into this thing. Slick movement there. Pull that left shoulder back and cracked him with the right hand. And those are the slick things he does. And then as he gets to the inside, he pulls him right into him so Postol can't retaliate. I mean, this is really ring generalship by Crawford. And when it's time to exchange, it seems like it's always Crawford getting off first. And as I say that, of course, Postol does it first. Very interesting. If in fact the judges gave it a 10-7 round in the 5th, and if possibly anybody could have scored a couple of the rounds, the first couple of rounds that were fairly close, not much between them at all. Several world title fights that Guido Cavalieri from Italy has scored. As I recall, he's a very, very good judge.
I think a change in strategy has to come from Postol.
But look at that. He thinks he's got him backed off in the corner. All of a sudden, his legs split. You don't know whether he's going to keep sliding to his right. In that case, he went around to his right. I mean, these are the things that Crawford is the ring general. Then he comes in, lunges. The Iceman bends over. He gets hit in the side of the head. See, that's that move, and it's frustrating Postol. Hands up the eye. I'm an innocent little lad. He blasts the body. He's tough too. You know, there's a lot of street.
Brian Bomac McIntyre's put together. I think they're doing a great job. They're doing what they need to do to win these rounds. I mean, much has been said about, Freddie Roach in the other corner, but you got to give Team Crawford some credit in their preparation. They're frustrating Postol.
Viktor has a reach advantage in this fight.
He'll take a couple of bounces right, and then boom, right back the other way. or he'll step with his left foot behind him. Then he'll plant like he just did then. Let off the punches. There's no way you can give the Iceman that round. See? You get clipped again.
It was almost one of those flash knockdowns. His glove barely stayed off the canvas.
You better start before the bell rings if you fight Terence Crawford.
Figure out where he can attack. That hand goes up in the air. He'll come downstairs with the body just like that.
Yep.
Oh, cracked him with a hard left hand. Off balance again.
But then later on in the round, as you can see, that is actually behind the head. He cuffed him behind the head.
It doesn't look like he staggered, Rich, but you know, he really goes off balance with that left hand. There it is again, and he falls away from it.
Yeah, and so he is affected by the punch.
Let's see what Terence did. The uppercut, left hand. I mean, you just don't know from whence he's coming, this guy. This is a brilliant, brilliant boxing. He wanted to showcase himself on pay-per-view. And if he's going to be there, he's going to be firing. In that time, spins around and he knows how to tie this guy up. The guy can't do anything with it. Postol now, it looks like he's got a little adrenaline flow right now. He lands a right hand, but it's partially blocked on the gloves. He didn't really catch his chin.
No, but that was a pretty good punch.
Yeah.
It wasn't too far off the mark. He needs a little more of that.
Well, that's what Freddie wants him to try to land, but again, easier said than done. They were a little slit by that left eye. Can't tell if Postol's left eye might have, I guess not. And those first 4 rounds were very close, and there wasn't a lot between the two of them.
Even the first one was kind of tough.
Yeah. So if you gave a couple of those rounds to Postol, it's insignificant at this stage. And I wouldn't find any fault with giving a couple of the first 4 rounds to Postol. It's just not the way I scored. I hate to say this, Rich, but I've scored more fights than all 3 of the official judges combined. But the official judges. But we didn't expect that Crawford would be so dominant in this fight. He's picking his shots, but his defense has, been sensational in this fight.
And after watching 8 rounds and going to the 9th now, this is the 1 versus 2. It seems like Terence Crawford is just widening the gap about how close Postol is in that number 2 spot.
And that time the legs did start to go at Postol.
2-punch combination, and that hurt him.
His hands have come down. His legs aren't there right now. He's fighting on heart, and he finally has to tie up Crawford. Crawford knows how to get rid of him. Postol, where's the jab that was supposed to be so effective?
Sure.
Yeah, well, this guy's a very, very good fighter that he's in there with. Just everything has gone Crawford's way in this fight. Some by design and a couple of, strange sort of knockdowns. But even if we change that to a 2-point difference and you gave him a couple of the first 4 rounds, Crawford has definitely done everything from 6, 7, 8, 9. Plus he won the 5th round by at least 2 points. So
That plan B has never come out.
well, he had the plan B where he wanted a lot more right hands. He tried to throw him and he gets counterpunched by Crawford.
Postol is beating down and breaking down his opponent. But he hasn't landed enough punches. Really, Terence Crawford looks like he could fight 20 rounds tonight. 25 rounds, right at this pace. He's not getting hit enough for it to matter.
He's hardly getting hit at all. Even then, with that double jab that he threw. Again, the jab is short. And another hard left hand. And remember, Crawford has fought this entire fight as a southpaw. Look at that. There's a straight left right down the middle on the right-handed fighter. The right hook, the straight left jab again. All these are, these are fairly heavy punches. With 54, 53, 52 seconds left in the 10th round. Again, he goes to throw the jab, and how quick Crawford is, he slides around. That time to his right and bops him with the right hand as he goes. He didn't just move around to get away, so therefore I don't see him as running.
Question is he doing enough that would stamp him as...
Go ahead, Rich, with that thought.
With somebody to fight Manny Pacquiao in November.
That's another. Can Pacquiao come up with another sensational fight like he did against Timothy Bradley? Our principals, 2 champions. One is going to lose his title tonight, and right now it looks like Terence Crawford is going to pick that up. Right now, in the 11th round, it's been all Crawford in my score sheet. Nobody has really been seriously shaken in the fight. Postol was down twice, but again, it was just a knee touched the canvas, and when he kind of dragged his toe, he went down. The second one was more definitive, but only his gloves touched the canvas. But Tony Weeks did exactly the right thing under the rules of the Marquess of Queensberry.
And this has to say a lot about Terence Crawford. If this was a 50-50 fight, and this was 1 versus 2, and the very best 2 at 140, which everybody believes that it was, and he's beating him handedly round after round, how good is Terence Crawford? Or is Postol not as good as we thought he was?
He's looking like a 5-1 favorite, which is what he was.
Postol,
he's fighting like it.
You know, 28-0, he's a good fighter, and we saw him against Matisse, who was an excellent fighter, and he handled him. But he just hasn't been able to do anything with Terence Crawford. Crawford still, that's a slick punch every time. That supposedly great jab, and it has been a great jab up until tonight. Right, he's able to score at will with the right hand.
He just lures you in on him, and he gets you to stick your chin out.
Oh, and he's in the zone.
I mean, don't forget his right hand is his jabbing hand, but I mean, this guy, for all practical purposes, can fight as a right-handed fighter too, so he's got plenty of power in his right hand. Freddie asked him to throw more right hands back 4 or 5 rounds ago, but nothing successful.
I really thought that tonight that Crawford would have some uncomfortable moments.
He hasn't had many uncomfortable moments in this one. He get clipped by a decent right hand.
Yeah.
And you got to be careful when he turns his back because now time has been called out. He's going to take a point away for hitting in the back of the head, and he should. So this is going to turn out to be another 10-8 round. Postol needs a knockout.
He came
He's
right
going for it.
Yeah, he landed left and a right.
And he's furious about the point going away, and so is Freddie in the corner. I understand, but you got to follow the rules all the way.
Before this, you leave yourself 1 round to get it done.
But see, he's kind of waltzes into his guy, and here he is. Postol's going for knock, and Crawford knows how to get out of there. Postol's just got his ears back, and this is going to be a brawl to the end now. And this is what we expected a lot more of. But even then, when he comes in, he gets bopped by that right hand of Crawford. Take the loss of the point. You got to try and knock this guy out. Nothing that he's done to this point in the fight has worked, and the only thing that can work is a knockout. We've had strange knockouts in a final round. Remember Michael Moore winning every second of his fight against George Foreman?
And Chavez Jr. almost pulled it off against Sergio Martinez when he lost every round practically.
And Chavez Sr., he had a very controversial win when Richard Steele stopped the fight. Although to this day, if you see Meldrick Taylor, we know that was right. Postol is into this thing now. He caught Crawford with a good right hand, but he's backing off. There's only about a minute to go in this fight.
Now Crawford saying, come on, I'll fight you. So fight him.
Crawford doesn't have to do this. Oh, he hit him right in the button with a hard shot on the inside with that right hand. Crawford wants to make a point right now. This is the type of fight we thought we'd see all along.
Well, some people won't like that very much and what he's doing.
That's all right.
He's won almost every round of this fight, and rightfully so. Took away everything that Postol had going for him.
Postol clipped him, and he was trying to make a point. Great movement by Crawford. 14, 13, 12. Inside of 10 seconds. This has been a brilliant fight for Crawford, no matter what anybody says. This is a brilliant fight. He nails him, almost dropped him. And that's it, it's all over. Look at the smile on his face. You said almost every round, Christina, I gotta win in every round.
The great challenge to take on the simply sublime, excellently skilled Terence "Bud" Crawford. We are underway for the world title fight. Crawford and Horn. And let it be noted, Robert Byrd, the third man inside the ropes, the veteran referee, so credible, but a concern raised by the camp of Jeff Horn this week. And the Horn camp wants to be able to get work done on the inside.
There you go. You see right there, right out the gate, Terence is controlling distance. Every time Horn steps in, he gets out just far enough, and he tries to counter just like there.
Getting after it pretty early here.
That's a good plan. There's a check hook because Horn lunges in just like that with his head.
Oh, Horn comes in with a right hand that lands flush on Crawford.
And that, you saw Horn drop low like he was going to the body and looped a looping right hand and caught Crawford backing out.
Comes back in, and there's Crawford that does check that right hand hook from that southpaw position. It's also noticeable, especially compared to last summer, Tim, and we understand the weight issue yesterday on the scale for Jeff Horn. His body has changed. He's far more muscular and cut up than the Jeff Horn that defeated Manny Pacquiao.
Horn just doesn't attack straight on. He does every now and then, but he gives you a lot of movement in front. Different looks. See him switching up, going to the outside. That's what Horn is pretty good at, disguising his attacks. Well, it's funny, he was being bullied. Now he's trying to be the bully in the ring.
I don't know if that's
ironic.
Irony or destiny.
Pretty good looking opening round here, and good exchange there as Crawford able to land. Round number 2.
Here's Horn coming in, trying to land the right hand.
And there was that opportunity for that right hook as Horn came charging in.
The way you beat a softball, you got to land that right hand. It's kryptonite to a softball. Straight right hand, looping right hand. Change the trajectory on it. Go down to the body, to the head. Loop the shot sometimes. Terence still having a hard time finding that rhythm. See, he can't even land that jab right now. And every time Horn steps in, he likes to body up with you, throw you off balance. Don't allow you to let your combinations or your counters go.
Left hand to the body from Crawford. Shot that last round from Bud Crawford. That was the signature punch of that second round.
Great, that's how you weaken a stronger guy. Or a bigger guy like Horn.
Undoubtedly a bigger guy. Naturally the bigger man. Not the better athlete, not the more skilled fighter. Thus the left hand that landed moments ago with the reaction time of Crawford.
There are holes and opportunities. He can't get greedy though. Horn will fire back at him.
There's Horn trying to get to work on that belt line on the inside. Robert Byrd's going to earn his paycheck tonight, that's for sure, the referee. Trying to come with a left uppercut as Horn came forward. End of 2 in our world title fight. There have been so many feature stories done on him. The book on Jeff Horn, major motion picture coming out. All that centering on the relationship of trainer to fighter. That time he came forward and Bud nailed him.
Right hook.
Charging in with a right hand, and now they exchange in the middle of the ring.
With another look at it right here. Terence following him out.
Bud, more the aggressor that time, doubling up the jab, trying to come with a straight left hand. Horn fires back. Good stuff here.
Now Terence sees the opportunity that once he counters, Horn steps back with his hands down to try to reset, and he's following him out with combinations at times.
Horn throws his punches, falls in, and looks to sort of bully on the inside.
There was another right hand from Horn that came in there.
He's sniping him on the way in. I am bigger, I am stronger, I am in my prime.
There is Miss Deborah, Bud Crawford's mother. Outstanding feature story on ESPN.com. The dynamic relationship between Deborah and her son, and all that Bud Crawford overcame to arrive to this mountaintop of a career.
With straight punches.
Horn willing to still come through the front door. Makes it fun, doesn't it? Snapping that jab is Crawford off the right hip. Straight in is Horn again. He only knows one way, and it is a fan-friendly, TV-friendly style.
See those heads come together?
Yep.
Horn got cut in training camp last time, sparring with headgear.
That was 3 weeks prior to his December title defense. Just falling forward that time. Defensive flaw. Crawford couldn't take advantage, but a left hand hits the mark. And now a pop jab. And a good left-handed combination from the American.
Well, you know who's more fundamentally sound? It's Terence Crawford. He's making Horn pay for all his mistakes, dropping his hands, moving out at distance, close distance, close range.
Excellent round from Bud Crawford.
And you see the swelling already over the right eye.
You got some blood over the right eye.
Dropping his hands as he's pulling away. And Terence is smart enough to follow him and land that 1-2.
They put a grease on that brow of the right eye of Jeff Horn. Round number 4 for the welterweight championship. We noted that earlier in our tail of the tape. If there is one stat you look at with Bud Crawford, it's his accuracy of power punches. He's dynamic with it.
As the fight go on, fighters weaken. And those are your opportunities when you land shots that you were landing earlier. Guess what? They hurt a lot more.
Let him go, Jeff, let him go.
Later on in the fight.
I mean, there's nothing that Horn is doing here that's going to slow down Bud Crawford later in the fight. He's not working the body. And if you look at his back, he's a welterweight.
Broad and muscular. He also has reach just beyond his measurable height. Another good lead left hand from the Nebraskan. And he looks confident right now.
He'll be slow and steady.
And now it is Bud Crawford and Vasily Lomachenko who vie for that title to be called the world's best. Tonight would be a crowning achievement to become a 3-division champion if Crawford keeps up like this. Good start to round number 5.
Crawford's sharp right now, just sharp shooting. From the outside, he wants to stay right in front of him. Blocking counter, blocking counters. Capitalize on all the mistakes Horn is doing. Horn is not even using his jab, guys, to get in.
He never endured a 9th round as Horn did against Pacquiao. And with this skill level you're seeing with Bud Crawford, now you see why.
Well, Bud Crawford don't want to be here. If he's there, he wants to be there. He shouldn't be on the ropes like that. He's comfortable, he's in control. He knows his range now.
Jeff Horn's breathing heavy.
Horn said, I'll test his soul. I think it's quite the opposite. I think that Crawford is testing Horn's soul.
He's pushing him around. You can see that redness above the right eye as he sends back Horn. Crawford's in control here in round 5.
You okay? All right, let's go.
There was so much talk from the Horn camp. Some of it bothering Bud Crawford, saying it's just stupid. It's silly what's being said.
I think inside he's one of these guys who needs to feel deeply personal. He needs to feel some affront.
You've talked about the dichotomy of somebody who's a great humanitarian, who's gone off doing charitable efforts in Africa compared to the guy who gets in this ring.
Yeah, he enjoys hurting you.
That's exactly what happened in the 10th round against Manny Pacquiao when he was almost TKO'd in the 9th.
Yes, absolutely. Sometimes you can tell your fighter to go into harm's way, and guess what? You put him in danger zone.
He also said, I want to see broken rhythm pressure. Explain that to us.
Broken rhythm pressure is basically moving in and out, herky-jerky type of style.
I thought Pacquiao, in the Horn fight, came up against the limits of his size and his age. Right now, Horn is coming up, at least against Crawford, the limits of his talent. Horn can do one thing.
And that's come forward.
And he's paying a price for it now.
He's trying. I mean, he's giving his best foot forward.
Rushton says you just got to land a few shots. It's a lot easier said than done, even on the inside.
Good uppercut that time from Bud Crawford. The left hand landed. Good body shot as well. Remember, he scored his undisputed championship with a body shot knockout of Julius Indongo.
He hit him with the chin shots. He's taking them well, but those body shots will have an effect later on.
One of the things you're seeing with Crawford is a guy who's completely at home with whatever the terms of combat are. You want to go inside and try to like rough me up? Okay, I'm good there. You want to be in the middle of the ring? Okay, I'm good there.
I told y'all it was like fighting the Black Panther in there. No, he was no joke when I sparred him. Now he's going downstairs.
Oh, that hurt. That hurt.
That took the air out of Horn right there. And you see,
That was the Indongo shot, something very close to that.
Here we go.
when you get to the championship rounds, you'll see what those body shots will do or have done. If it goes that long.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Halfway through the title fight.
Bell, guys. Bell.
And Crawford in control. You mentioned the Black Panther in making your analogy. Chadwick Boseman is sitting ringside for this fight on ESPN+. Glad to have the award-winning actor with us. Mark Wahlberg also here tonight, as is Rick Ross and many NFL stars to come see the great Bud Crawford.
See a sense of urgency in Horn. He's trying hard. He landed a couple of, I think it was like jabs on Terence early on. Surprised Terence with those shots.
Bomac just wants Terence to keep working that body, wear him down, and that's all he wants.
Timmy, you say you want to see more of that. Mark?
Gave him a motivational speech, not a strategic speech in the corner.
I think that's a very good note by you, because I think it demands it at this moment.
But it also means that he's out of strategic options.
Correct. They need to will something to happen.
Yes.
They need that miracle. They need to find that magic that they found somehow late against Pacquiao. But this isn't Manny Pacquiao in the autumn of his career. This is a prime Bud Crawford.
They need Terence to make a mistake.
He is fundamentally sound, and he is athletically superior.
Yes, he is. Horn having a little success right there with that double right hand. He lands it again on Crawford as Crawford leaves the line of fire. See, everything is all set up by the jab of Crawford.
Lead left hand from Crawford, and you just don't see Jeff Horn with that desire to come downhill every attempt as he did in rounds 1. Goes with the left hand to the body as well. And then as Horn stepped forward, another left hand that connects to the body. Oh, left uppercut nearly tagged him solid as he came forward that time.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bell, bell, bell.
And the Pacquiao controversy that ensued. In terms of the contract for this fight, it was demanded by the Horn camp that an Australian judge would be here in Vegas, and that is the case with Adam Pike. An American, an Italian, and an Australian are judging this fight ringside.
I don't think it's going to come down to the judges, nor is it going to come down to the referee, who's the subject of so much debate. What would Robert do?
Speaking of referees, we have one of the veterans sitting with us ringside tonight. Joe Cortez is our ESPN Plus unofficial judge, and he sees a clean sweep for Crawford.
Crawford switched back right-handed. And he did that because he wanted to land that left hook to the body.
And he did. As he has placed left hands all night long. Now orthodox is Bud Crawford. There is the left hook, and this is where he can be most dangerous, Mark. From that right hand stance now. Right hand's his power punch. That left hook is deadly. There it is as it backs up Jeff Horn. And now back to southpaw for Omaha's best.
How's the right hand right there that snuck in?
Horn trying to be aggressive for a moment, Timmy, to your point.
Occasionally, Crawford will lay on his, see him lay on that left side.
Punching between punches and a flush left hand, and here comes Bud on the attack. Half minute to go in round 8. Can he finish him? Strafing shots to the head. Horn is hurt. Body shot lands with the right hand as well. Off balance is the Aussie. Left hand came just short.
I've got up. Got 5 seconds. 5 seconds.
Oh, nearly floored him there on the bell of a dominating 8th round by Bud. Two-division world champion Bud Crawford against the welterweight champion Jeff Horn.
With
Will he soon be a 3-division champion?
With a round like that in evidence, if you're Glenn Rushton and you love your fighter, how long do you let this thing go on?
He's a tough guy, is Horn.
He's the champion. You let it go on.
He got caught with a left hand, thrown off balance again. Remember, round number 9, that was the round when Pacquiao nearly got rid of him as well. But Horn fought back, dominated the finish of that fight to go on and win a controversial decision.
Good point, but if there's no strategic alternative, if it's just motivational speak.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Young man worked hard to get the title. Let him fight it out.
Don't you get out.
You never know when you're going to cash a lottery ticket, too, in this game.
That's the beauty about boxing. Only takes one punch.
He has been thoroughly dominated. He has been hurt. He has been outclassed, but all it takes is one go of it. And he's still coming forward.
He knows that he doesn't have the power on his punches like he did early in the fight. So now he's stepping to him and he's making him pay every chance he gets.
He's helped him immeasurably in his life. At some point, it's not even about tonight. It's about 5 years from now. It's about 10 years from now. You saw his wife and his kid at ringside. It's a consideration. And if he can't win the fight, it's something. I'm not expecting Jeff Horn to quit, but I'm expecting his corner to at least factor that in. I don't think we're there yet.
I mean, I get you, but
it's a consideration.
Terence is sharpshooting right now.
Big left hand, right hook, uppercut, sends him back. Another left hand and a knockdown score.
7, 8.
He is tough for anybody in the welterweight division.
We have been blessed on ESPN to watch Vasily Lomachenko. You just saw Bud Crawford. Who's the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world? 40 seconds to go here in round number 9. Let's see what Crawford does with it. Here he comes. Backs him up with a left hand again. Horns in the corner. Uppercut lands. Crawford on the attack. That's it. It's over. It's over. We celebrated an undefeated Triple Count winner in New York today, and now a Triple Division world champ here in Vegas. Bud Crawford on top of the world. Just awesome right now. Let's make it official. They are ready to party here in Vegas for the kid from the US of A.
The winner by TKO victory, and now the new, undefeated WBO welterweight champion of the world, Terence Bud Crawford.